What you're about to learn has the potential to completely shift the way you see women, life, and how the real world actually works. This isn't just theory or surface level advice, it's the foundation of a mindset that, once understood, can make you more successful in relationships, business, and almost anything you pursue. By the end of this video, you'll have the mental seeds that, if nurtured, can grow into a massive transformation. Today, society has countless systems in place to protect and prolong the lives of men: healthcare, safety nets, laws, technology. But go back just a few thousand years and those systems didn't exist. Back then, there were no houses to hide in, no medicine to save you, no police to call. You either adapted or you didn't make it. Nature was the only judge, and she was brutally honest. If a man was weak, overweight, or uncertain, he wasn't just ignored. He was often eliminated, either by predators or by stronger competitors. In the modern world, even the weakest survive. But that doesn't mean biology has changed. Our instincts are still the same. At our core, both men and women are biologically programmed to seek traits in a mate that signal survival and strength. These decisions don't happen consciously, they happen automatically beneath our awareness. Attraction isn't logical, it isn't chosen, it's an impulse, just like hunger or thirst, something that triggers without permission and often without explanation. Understanding that attraction operates on a subconscious level is powerful. It means you don't need to guess what people want. You can learn to embody the traits that naturally activate those ancient responses, and once you do, everything changes. Not just how women respond to you, but how the world sees you. Quick break. Close your eyes for a second. Picture her, the girl you've always wanted. Feel what it would be like to actually have her. Now open your eyes, because here's the truth. Right now, you're invisible to her. You're getting outcompeted by guys with more money, better looks, higher status, and stronger game. You're playing a rigged game, and you're losing. But I've spent the last 35 years mastering this, studying, testing, and finally finding the secrets to get the girls I always wanted. You want to stop getting ignored? You want her chasing you? Then you need to wake up and act. Click the link in the comments if you are truly committed and take the first step toward becoming that guy. Few spots left. Be fast or miss out your last chance to make her yours. Let's get back to it. And this is where things start to get really interesting, because attraction is an automatic subconscious impulse, one that none of us truly control. It also means that it's surprisingly easy to trigger under the right conditions. But before someone can become instantly attractive, there's a deeper evolutionary truth that needs to be understood. From a biological standpoint, men and women are wired to value different things when it comes to choosing a partner. Men, generally speaking, are visually driven. They're attracted to physical appearance because beauty is a signal of youth, health, and fertility. But women are evolutionarily wired to be attracted to behavior, specifically behaviors that signal strength, confidence, and emotional stability. This is powerful because it means that, for most guys, attraction doesn't require six-pack abs or movie star looks. Instead, to flip the biological switches and spark attraction, a man simply needs to alter his behavior in a few intentional ways. That's the key. Now, because of the halo effect, where physical attractiveness creates a bias that assumes other positive traits, guys who aren't naturally good looking are already climbing uphill. And when they break every unspoken rule of evolutionary attraction, acting insecure, hesitant, or needy, they make things even harder for themselves. But here's the good news. Behavior is something you can change, and that changes everything. By shifting how they carry themselves, how they speak, and how they respond to the world, men can create their own edge. They can level the playing field, not just in dating, but in almost every area of life. And the most important behavior to master? Confidence. But not the fake, surface level kind that people often mistake for arrogance. Real confidence is something deeper and more impactful. Put simply, confidence is the ability to look certain, especially when facing uncertainty. It's the calm in the chaos. The man who walks into a room and owns it, not because he's loud, but because he's grounded. That kind of presence is magnetic. And once you understand that confidence is less about having all the answers and more about how you carry yourself despite not knowing them, you unlock a powerful shift, not only in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. An ideal man, in the eyes of nearly every woman across the world, is someone who embodies dominance, courage, and optimism. These qualities don't just make a man attractive, they create a magnetic presence that naturally draws people in and commands respect. But here's the essential truth to grasp. Confidence isn't about having all the answers or never feeling fear. Instead, it's about appearing certain, even when you're facing uncertainty. Confidence is less about what you actually know and more about how you carry yourself, your behavior, your energy, your presence, that determines whether others see you as confident. Think back to your high school days or any social setting you've experienced. You've probably seen guys who didn't have any standout talents, impressive skills, or notable achievements, yet they somehow managed to attract the attention of many girls simply because they acted confident. This phenomenon is similar to a poker game. You can't see your opponent's cards, but if they bluff with enough conviction, making you believe they hold the winning hand, they suddenly gain a serious advantage. The power of appearance can sometimes outweigh reality. Whether we want to admit it or not, real life often operates the same way. More often than not, it's not the quiet, skilled, or genuinely talented person who wins the spotlight. It's the loudest, most self-assured, and sometimes even the most obnoxious individual who takes center stage. This doesn't mean you have to be arrogant or rude. It means that projecting confidence can be more influential than your actual abilities. So, when it comes to achieving success, whether with relationships, career, or any other area, you don't necessarily have to be the most skilled or knowledgeable person in the room. What matters most is that you appear confident. The core of true confidence is the ability to look certain and in control, even when you might feel anything but that on the inside. And let's be honest, there will be moments when you're scared, overwhelmed, or unsure of what steps to take next. That's natural. But the men who succeed are those who master the art of projecting certainty and composure despite those internal fears. They've learned how to hold themselves with calm assurance, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. This ability to appear confident in the face of doubt is what separates those who move forward and succeed from those who hesitate and fall behind. All too often, especially in relationships, men get too comfortable and begin to show signs of uncertainty. This might seem natural, but from a subconscious perspective, expressing uncertainty is traditionally associated with feminine traits, and because of that, many women find it unattractive when a man displays doubt or hesitation. This doesn't just apply to what you say, it includes your entire presence, your body language, your facial expressions, the tone of your voice, and the actual words you choose. Confidence here acts as an umbrella term, encompassing two essential behaviors you need to master in order to appear certain, even when you're facing uncertainty. The first part we've already touched on, projecting certainty, but the second and equally important part of confidence is dominance. From an evolutionary standpoint, men are naturally perceived as dominant, while women are seen as submissive. This dynamic isn't just a social construct, it's deeply wired into our biology. However, dominance isn't a standalone quality, it's always measured relative to others. The dominant male is the one who appears most assured, most in control, and most sure of himself in social situations. If your goal is to be attractive to most women nearly 100% of the time, the simple truth is this: you need to be dominant consistently, not just occasionally. And this isn't just about being dominant in public or around friends. Dominance is especially crucial around the woman you're dating or in a relationship with. According to nature's blueprint, women are wired to be submissive and men are wired to be dominant. Because of this, women subconsciously gravitate toward men who show dominance, and men, in turn, tend to be more attracted to women who express submissiveness. This isn't about controlling others or being aggressive. It's about embodying a quiet, steady strength that naturally inspires trust and attraction. Dominance is about being the anchor in any situation, the one who leads calmly and confidently, especially when uncertainty arises. Master this balance, and you're not only more attractive, but also more grounded in yourself and your relationships. Here's a perfect example to illustrate this concept in action. Imagine a girl wearing a small, delicate necklace around her neck. The necklace is thin, light, and fits snugly, designed to look fragile and understated. These subtle qualities are classic signs of submission. On the other hand, necklaces made for men tend to be bigger, thicker, heavier, and sit more loosely around the neck. These design choices convey dominance and strength, the exact opposite of submission. This principle extends beyond jewelry. Everything we wear as humans, from our clothes to our accessories, and even the cars we choose to drive, is deliberately designed to express masculinity or femininity. This is why a group of men might instinctively laugh or react when they see a large, dominant, masculine-looking guy driving something like a Prius or a VW Bug. The incongruence between the image and the object triggers an unconscious reaction because it conflicts with these deep-rooted evolutionary signals. Here's another great example. Why do you think girls tend to take selfies holding the camera above their heads, angled downwards? They do this because it forces them to tilt their heads up slightly, making them appear smaller, more delicate, and submissive in the photo. This positioning activates an evolutionary attraction response in men who are subconsciously drawn to signs of weakness and submission in women. Importantly, these behaviors aren't usually deliberate. Girls don't consciously think, "I'll hold the camera this way to appear submissive." Instead, they do what feels natural and comfortable, which just happens to align with evolutionary attraction cues. The same goes for guys who take multiple photos and carefully select the one where they look the strongest, most confident, or manliest. Without fully realizing it, they are responding to the same deep biological impulses. If you were to ask most guys why they want to look stronger or more powerful, they might struggle to put it into words. But deep down, it's because we're wired to appear more attractive to girls. From the moment a boy is born, he carries within him the biological blueprint to be confident, curious, and dominant. Imagine it like this. At birth, every man is like a pile of high-performance car parts needed to build a Ferrari. Every essential component is there. The engine, the transmission, the exhaust system, ready and waiting to come together to create something truly exceptional. But for many of us, during the formative years of childhood and adolescence, something happens that strips away this potential. That powerful V12 engine, full of raw power and promise, gets replaced by a much smaller, weaker, four-cylinder motor. Our loud, commanding exhaust system, which once demanded attention, is swapped out for a quiet, muffled, and constrained model. Even the transmission, which once gave us full control and precision, is taken away and replaced by a basic automatic system, removing the ability to shift gears with power and intent. These changes don't just happen randomly. They are shaped by our parents, our environment, our upbringing, and the experiences we encounter growing up. Society's pressures, negative feedback, and limiting beliefs can slowly strip away the raw power we were born with. By the time many guys reach adulthood, all those high-performance Ferrari parts have been swapped out for the biological equivalent of a slow, uninspiring scooter, something far less impressive and not nearly as attractive from an evolutionary standpoint. But here's the most important truth. The Ferrari still exists inside you. That untapped power, strength, and confidence hasn't disappeared. It's just buried beneath layers of doubt and conditioning. The key to becoming that incredible high-performance machine once again lies in shedding the Prius, the weak, underpowered version you've been running, and rediscovering the raw, authentic power you were born with. It's a process of reclaiming your dominance, your confidence, and your true self. So, to sum it all up, from an evolutionary standpoint, girls are impulsively attracted to guys who project confidence, dominance, and masculinity. These qualities trigger deep, subconscious attraction mechanisms that have been wired into us for thousands of years. To put it simply, if you want to be genuinely attractive to most girls, all you really need to focus on is building and demonstrating confidence and dominance. But here's the real secret. Not only to attracting women, but to succeeding in life overall, and the key to unlocking the true confidence that lies dormant within you, waiting to be rediscovered. progress. If you were to ask 10 different men who seem like masters at interacting with women what their secret was, you'd likely get 10 very different answers. Some would say it's money, others would say it's their chiseled six-pack abs. Some might boast about their flashy sports cars or massive mansions, and some might even say it's their humor or personality. What might surprise you is that every one of these answers is actually correct, and here's why. Confidence grows out of progress made in areas where we feel insecure or lacking. For you, your biggest insecurity might be financial. Maybe you don't feel you have enough money or resources to succeed. For another man, it might be his physical appearance. Maybe he struggles with his weight or doesn't feel athletic enough. These insecurities create barriers that hold us back, especially when it comes to dating and attracting women. But once you begin to improve yourself, whether it's your finances, fitness, or social skills, that insecurity is replaced by real confidence. This is why all 10 different answers are valid. Each man found confidence by making progress in a specific area that mattered most to him. And that progress, however small or large, creates a powerful ripple effect. The confidence gained spills over into every part of your life, empowering you to succeed, not just with women, but in your career, friendships, and personal growth. Therefore, the most effective way to build lasting confidence is to take consistent action. Make tangible progress toward overcoming whatever insecurities are holding you back. This progress is what transforms uncertainty into certainty and hesitation into boldness. Of course, having money or a six-pack might give you a slight edge, but those are surface-level boosts. The true foundation of attraction and success is the confidence that comes from knowing you're improving yourself step by step. So now is the time to stop driving the hesitant, unsure Prius of doubt and insecurity and start unleashing the powerful, unstoppable Ferrari of confidence, dominance, and certainty that you were born with. Remember, this is your journey to rediscover the incredible potential within you. With that said, thanks for watching. Until next time, go out there and make your progress count. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If this message spoke to you or gave you something to think about, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new drop. I've got more real talk, more growth, and more power coming your way. So stay locked in. And if you're going through something right now, just remember, your silence can say more than 1,000 words ever could. Take care of yourself, keep rising, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.